Welcome back, everyone, to the Lethian's Test Pack Please Ignore Let's Play series. Last episode, we were killing Death. And we got Death's shoes. And since then, I have summoned Death. Well, I have to admit, I've summoned Death, 4 more times. And he dropped a couple of these items, but I did not actually ever get the hand, and I believe I got 2 of the Death's hoods, so I used admin powers to trade a hood for a hand. Sorry, I just was not going to grind that guy. That takes so much time and effort. 5 of each type of spectral undead for each summon. Crazy. But we got all of this cool stuff from Death. We've got Death's hood, robe, and footwear, and when we wear them together it makes us look like Death. We've also got the hand and mount of Death. Let me just get a saddle out and I can show you what all of this combines to create. We can go out here. Okay, so if we right-click with the skull, we summon Binky, Death's steed, which we can then ride around. And as you can see, we are Death. And if we right-click while holding the hand of Death, we summon Death's Scythe. Death's Scythe does, I think, area of effect damage, but unfortunately, so first of all, it ignores armor, which is pretty cool. And even if we just punch things with the hand, it ignores armor. But importantly, if we can find some mobs. Okay, so the scythe drains our hunger, but does area of effect damage. At least that's what it says. Oh, and it seems that when we attack with it, our hunger increases. Interesting. It says it's hunger-based damage. Ultimately, I don't think it's going to be one of our better weapons. You have to wear the whole set for that effect. And I think you'll agree that though this set looks really cool, we are probably better served wearing our normal blood magic gear. Anyway, what we can do... Oh, of course. And then each piece of the raiment of Death has its own effect. The footwear lets us walk on water, the robe makes us resistant to fire, and the gaze causes us to inflict slowness upon any mob we look at. So, kind of cool. Oh, of course, and I didn't chunk load this base while I was out, but I'm about to starve, so let's go back and put on our nourishing helmet again. So anyway, even if we don't end up using all this, it at least makes a lovely display. And let's go reboot our ME system by breaking and replacing the controller. Okay. Cool. Now, if we want to reclaim Binky, as his skull form, we simply need to kill him, and he drops his skull. Cool. So, now that we've done that, let's do some more stuff. I think if we get even a little bit lucky, this might be it today for blood magic. I know. I'm kind of excited. We've spent, gosh, I don't even know, like 6 or so episodes just doing all this blood magic. Apologies, not blood magic, witchery. Doing all this witchery. I really, really like the mod, and as you can tell, it's quite extensive. But just the usefulness of it is almost exclusively like PvP annoyances. It's really cool for pranks, and can set up some really awesome pranks. But unfortunately, I'm not currently pranking with anyone. I called off the prank war between me and GI Elijah because it was escalating to a point where bases were getting damaged, and that's just not something that I care for. So, unfortunately, we haven't really been able to make the most of witchery, but given that the server is winding down soon, when he and I have our no-holds-barred fight in the near future, I suspect witchery will give me something of an edge. Also, I can't actually turn into death because he's a boss. That's too bad. But do have the ability to turn into Binky, which is pretty cool. So we've got that going for us. Okay. So, today, in our final episode, hopefully, where we play around with advancing in the witchery mod, we're going to look at the final aspect in the version of witchery that is in this pack, and that is the trafficking in demons. So in order to do this, we will need among other things, one of these demonic contracts. And then we'll need a tag lock of ourselves go. Tag lock kit. To get our own tag lock, we can use it on our bed. And then we craft it with the contract. There. Now we have a demonic contract bound to ourselves. The next step is to summon an imp. For that, though, we need an 11 by 11 ring. That is this middle ring of the red chalk. So here is our infernal chalk. Let's replace all of these runes. There is a ritual that can be done that will automatically replace runes for you. I find that it just isn't worth it because it consumes, I believe, a whole piece of chalk or two. I don't recall the exact cost, but I remember thinking it just wasn't worth it. But okay, here we go. We need refined evil, demonic blood, and ender pearl and tuned stone. I have those items here. Yeah, so we're going to want to have, and this is going to summon an imp. So an imp is a sort of demon. We're going to want, I suspect, our salamander's eye out in case the imp sets fire to anything. This is the most effective way to put out fires. Actually, I need to be careful. I don't want to put out that fire, although I can always relight it. Never mind. And we will want this demonic contract out. When the imp comes out, we're going to need to give him that contract. I suspect we right-click on him, and then he'll be our friend. But before then, he will attack us. Oh, and for this, so many preparations. I actually want to turn off the whatchamacallit, attractor, because I'm probably going to sort of lure the demon over to here. I don't want it standing in the center of my ritual circle all the time. Okay, so let's do this. Hiya. Come on over this way. Hey, buddy. Excellent. So glad. This is Krakus and Hur, my demon pal. So, what we can do now is give him something valuable. Now, the precise nature of this valuable thing has not been made clear to me. So we will have to figure it out. And let's see what it could be. We'll try some gold. We'll try some diamonds. Those seem like the most likely. Oh, good. Shinies. He likes it. Now, if we feed him enough of this, He should give us something. In this case, he gave us the soul of a hunger demon. And if we consume this soul, we can now cast an extra spell. So, Hunger Demon, I believe we can cast Carnosa Diem, Fleshy Feast. Don't really know what that does. Right, right, up, down, down. Let's try it out. So, if we get out our Mystic Branch, right, right, nope, right, right, up, down, down. Now we have it ready. But as we have no idea what it does, I should keep a handy cage of test subjects somewhere. Well, anyway, let's see what happens. Okay, it damaged us. We don't have any particular buff. Oh well. I'm sure I can look that up if I find I want to. Oh, okay. Pal. Oh. Hi, Light Mage. Right, right, up, down, down. Hi. Hey there. Well, okay. So, apparently this guy has a cooldown. So I will... Well... You know what? He wasn't that expensive to summon. Maybe I will summon another one. Actually, maybe what I'll try first... Not that I expect it will actually work, because witchery seems to be pretty well, I don't know, balanced around the Safari Net. Okay. So, no. He cannot be so easily replicated. Oh well. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is, well, I'll keep this out, because that's what we're going to use to test all the new things he gives us. I may summon a couple more imps, I may just wait for his refresh. Then I will be back, because there's one item from him that I would like to get. And I'll show you once I do. See ya. Well, as you can see, I spawned in a second imp. I also hooked up a lever to our corporeal attractor there, because they were wandering all over the place, and if they happened to stack, I could only give diamonds, I found worked best, to one. But I got everything that they can gift you. I got the souls of Anguish, Fear, and Hunger demons, which allow me to cast the Carnosa Diem spell, which actually, I looked it up, restores my infusion power when I cast it, which is cool. There's, what, Ignianima? Yeah, Ignianima, which basically is a damage spell that hurts opponents more if I'm low on health. And Mors Mordre, the Dark Mark. I also got one more thing, but before I show you that, I actually want to use the Dark Mark, because I think this will be great fun. Oh, yeah. To cast the Dark Mark here in G.I. Elijah's base. Not sure why he has conveyor belts set up here. That seems a little bizarre to me, but alright. Okay, so let's look. Up, up, left, right, right. So we have our Mystic Branch, hold right click, and use those symbols. So up, up, left, right, right. There we go. So now we have the spell. And if we just... Yep. We just summoned the Dark Mark right in the middle of the guy's base. As you can see, it's actually pushing his robot away. It causes mobs in the area to avoid it. I don't think it's going to mechanically alter. I think his robot's not actually moving. It just visually is, because the two mods are interfering slightly with each other. But this should last a good long while. Eventually it will disappear on its own. But I think it should also laugh at him. There we go. And stare at him when he comes back to his base. So, now that we've done that, I can show you the potentially more important thing we got out of this whole ordeal. And that is Torment. This is a scroll that will summon a Torment demon when we use it. Okay, so the Torment demon is the final boss, basically, in the version of Witchery we have, the hardest boss in the mod as we currently have it. So I'm going to grab a couple levels here as kind of an extra armor. Sure, 40, that'll do. And now I think we should summon Torment. To do so, we need to find some of the Witchery standing stones that exist throughout the world and stand in the middle of them with the scroll. So I think there should be some Yeah, right in this cherry blossom grove. Although I don't remember exactly where. Give me a minute to find some, and I'll be right back. Show you exactly what this does. Okay, wait a second. Slight detour. Just came across this Thaumcraft dungeon here. And wanted to show you. We haven't actually seen these. They were much more common in certain older versions of the pack, and of course other mod packs I've played. So these, as you can see, have 2 spawners in them. These are added by Thaumcraft, and they have there a sinister node that will occasionally spawn these furious zombies that just grow and get bigger. But most importantly, they each have 3 treasure chests in them, which is pretty nice. I'll take the spoils bag. Sure, I'll take a paintbrush with a random color on it. Electrical steel, manganese dust, some catalyst. Okay, just wanted to show you while I looked into this. Yeah, I just happened to notice it here in the cherry biome as I was searching for some standing stones. I will be right back once I actually find the standing stones I'm looking for. And here we go. So, I'm actually going to empty my inventory of some of the less important stuff here. And we might as well open the spoils bag to see what's in it. Nothing of particular use or import. Oh no! Oh, I just tossed my salamander eye into my A system. That's too bad. Guess I won't have that during this fight. I had wanted it. Okay, and somebody suffocated in a wall. Hopefully no one I care about. That might be one of my coven mates, in which case, well, I expect I'll need to replace her. Okay, but as far as this thing goes, I think we'll need a block here. Okay, so put this down here. Great. Okay, so if we stand in the center here, oh. Okay, it's not counting this as the center of a stone circle. Probably because I've already taken certain parts of that stone circle. The dispenser, the witch spawner. So I guess I'm going to go look for an unspoiled stone circle, which may take a little longer. Cool. I will be back soon when I've found one. Well guys, I've been exploring now for more than half an hour. Have not seen a new witchery standing stones. I think, though, I'm going to have to close up this episode here. I think we'll come back next time for one final bit of witchery before we move on to something else. I did find this cool maple forest biome, though, with these maple leaves. I think they're really neat. Really pretty. Anyway. So yeah, I'll keep looking. If I don't find one before I want to record next episode, possibly what I'll do. And you see, I'm generating new chunks, so the server is taking its sweet time. But yeah, anyway, possibly what I'll do is explore what it takes to restore that other set of standing stones to actually function for the ritual. I suspect if I replace the dispenser and possibly the witch spawner, excuse me, both of which I have back at my base, that might make it valid again. So anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're as excited as I am for finally finishing Witchery. I think if we apply it cleverly, it could really turn the tide for us in the upcoming battle with G.I. Elijah. Anyway, yeah, I already said my spiel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.